Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know, it's been a while, but now I'm back. So today we're going to be creating this look right here. We're going to be using this palette right here, the Natasha Deanna Mini Sunset palette with these 5 gorgeous colors is all you're going to need for this eye look, and 2 brushes. Yes, that's right, 2 brushes and a couple of fingers to pack the shadows with. I love this look. It's so easy, it's so wearable, and if you're interested in seeing how I got it, please stick around. Okay, so we're going to get started by priming my face. You guys will have to excuse me. I'm sitting on the floor. All my stuff is scattered about, so I'm going to try to do the best that I can. So we're going to go in with the Farsali Unicorn Essence. It's one of my favorites. I use this a lot. I'm trying to work on the best place to put my mirror. So this is a little trial and error. Now we're going to go in and color correct a little bit. I'm using the NYX Color Correct and Concealer, and this is what it looks like. I'm going to use the peachy shade right here underneath my eyes and to cover up some of my freckles. So, I can't see if I don't have a mirror, so let's get that. I'm going to go right here underneath my eye and do the same thing on the other side. I'm not used to holding a mirror and putting on my makeup, so it's like a new challenge for me. And then I'm also going to take a little bit more and try to color correct. I just washed my hair, so it's like all clean and falling everywhere on my face. I'm going to cover up a couple of these freckles. Stay out of the sun, people. That's how you get freckles. These were in my younger days. I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Age Rewind right here. And this is an extra step. You don't have to do this one. I just do this one because I like the extra coverage. So I'm going to go in right underneath my eye, right here. Down my nose. And on my eyelids. Because I go ahead and use this as my eyeshadow base. I'm going to take my Beauty Blender and go in and blend that out. So now I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation, and this is in the color Toasted Coconut. When I first got this, I didn't really like it because it was so full coverage. I like full coverage, but it looked a little cakey on me. But I have since found, I can't even find the cat. I've since found a way to use it that I like. So what I've started to do, I used to just dot it all over my face, and then I ended up having too much. So now I just take it and do a pump on my hand and take my Beauty Blender in there, and then I start to work it into my skin. That way I can tell if I've got enough or I'm not putting too much because it's on my Beauty Blender and I'm working it into the skin. Here we're going to do the Tarte Shape Tape. I have used this a while back and then I stopped. I don't know if I just didn't have the right color, but it didn't like blow me away like everybody talks about how Tarte Shape Tape is so good. So I got another one, and this is in Fair Light Neutral. So we're just going to use this to brighten up the under eyes and conceal as well. So we're just going to go here. And then we're going to go on the chin, Cupid's bow, a little bit down the nose, and on the forehead. And we're going to take the Beauty Blender and blend that out as well. So some of you guys know, me and my husband and family, we moved to California for, it'll be 6 months once we finally come home. I took a nursing job, a travel nursing job out here in California, and my contract is over in March. So we are staying in a house. So my filming setup and everything is still back in Mississippi. So I've kind of brought a few things with me here, but not everything. So I haven't had everything I wanted to film. So that's why I haven't filmed in a while, because I just wasn't satisfied with everything that I had here. And so my husband built me this like beautiful backdrop back here. I went and bought the fabric, and I really wanted to start filming again. So sometimes you just have to make do with what you have. So this is what we have right now, which is going to work. So we're just blending in that concealer here. I love it here in California. The weather is so nice, like all the time, literally like 99.9% of the time. We've been here for 3 months and it's rained like twice, which in Mississippi it rains like every single day. So it's nice to have that weather that you don't have to worry about your hair being frizzy all the time, and it's just beautiful weather all the time. We have been here through the forest fires that were in the past couple of weeks, and it's just been, we weren't affected by them, but we're about an hour and a half away from them, so it's very devastating to see everybody lose their homes and all their property and family members, and it's just really sad. Like, I mean, you just don't realize how much a fire can damage once it gets out of hand. So we're praying for everybody that was affected by that. So now I'm going to go into my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and we're going to set this foundation in place. I think this is a very important step for making sure that your foundation doesn't go anywhere. So we're just going to go here. We're going to go right underneath the eyes right there. Sorry if I keep looking in strange directions. I have my monitor, then I have a mirror on the floor, and then I have another one in my lap. I just want to make sure that you guys are being able to see what you need to see. So I'm just setting all of this in place. Inhaling at the same time. So I really kind of struggled with things this year. Lots of things have happened, but I've just seemed to have lost my motivation for a lot of things, and I know that's normal in life that you do that, but I really don't like feeling that way. I don't like feeling that I don't have the motivation to do the things that I love. So I'm trying to get back into my makeup after kind of being in California, and I'm just, you know, just kind of out of sorts because, you know, you're kind of, you know, living somewhere that you're not used to. You don't have all the stuff that you want, you know. Things are just different in life right now. It's like a different season, like you're going through different changes, and it sucks, like basically. Yeah, it sucks. Not that being my age is that, it's just a season of life that people go through. I think that I just feel like everything starts to happen and there's nothing you can do to control it, but I'm going to fight against the depression and anxiety and not let that get to me. And makeup always helps me do that. So we're going to stick with the makeup. So now I'm going to go into this Park Avenue Princess. This palette, you guys, is gorgeous. Love it. It's got highlight, bronzer, contour shades in it. I kept watching Brianna Fox on YouTube use this, and I just kept thinking, I already have a bronzer, I already have highlight, what do I need anything else for? But I invested in this when they had the 20% off for the VIP, and I'm so glad I did. Like, I have dropped everything else and started using this. So we're going to go in, we're going to bronze up the skin. I'm going to go in with Carrot and Princess Cut, these two right here. And we're going to bronze the skin with that, with a big fluffy brush from Morphe. I'm just going to go right here on the cheeks. Take it down the neck. A little bit more. I also find sometimes, I know I'm like randomly talking topics one thing after another, but like especially on YouTube, like it's hard, especially being older, you know, because you want to compare yourself to the younger generation, and you just can't. Like, you were young once. I'm not old, but I'm older than a lot of the people that I watch on YouTube. And I hate when people say, oh, well, once you get past this age, you can't do this, or once you get past this age, you can't wear this kind of makeup, or you can't wear this type of clothes. It's like who makes these rules? Like, people, I don't get it. So I have decided that I'm just, you know, we're just going to break that stereotype. I can't stand the word mature skin. Like, I just can't. Like, I know I have it, and I really think, like, somebody needs to come up with a new word. Not old skin, not mature skin, not wrinkled skin. Like, it's got to be something, you know, because God willing, everybody, you know, is going to get old, and your skin's not going to want to do what you want it to do. And there's just got to be something out there that makes older women feel beautiful about themselves. Like, I can't stand it when people are like, oh, well, when you're past 40, you can't wear skinny jeans, or when you're past 45, like, you can't wear glitter on your eyeshadow, like on your eyelids. Like, Who makes these rules? Who says that I can't? Because I'm going to, and I think you should too. So I think there should be some sort of like movement. We need to come up with like some kind of phrase better than mature skin, because I'm just not feeling mature skin. I don't like it. I don't like the word. I think it's a little bit, you know, degrading in a way. Like, I know it's like the most nicest way to say that you're older. Like, I know that I'm older. I get that. But do we have to like point it out? Like, I just think there needs to be more women on YouTube of an older age instead of, I love watching, that's all I watch is like 20-year-olds, but I'm not a 20-year-old anymore. Like, I just think that being comfortable in your skin and being, you know, able to say, hey, I'm this age and I love it and I'm okay with it, you know, and I'm going to wear what I want to wear and how I want to wear it, no matter what the rules are, you know? I know it's just like a little rant, but I do that a lot, you know, because people say, oh, well, I'm too old to do that, or I'm too, you know, it's too late for me to do that. No, it's not. Like, you only live one time in your life, like one time. So why don't you follow your dreams? Like, if you want it, you find a way. If you don't want to, you find an excuse. Like, I always think that's, you know, kind of how it is. And so I was literally finding excuses not to film. Oh, the setting's not right, or it's too loud outside, or it's too hot, or whatever. I don't have enough good makeup. Like, I mean, I did that, and I just think, you know, this is something that I really love. I want to, you know, pursue this passion too. So I'm going to jump into it. And I don't care how old I am, because this is what I love to do. I love makeup. So, sorry, that was just like a little rant that I went on. I don't even know how much bronzer or contour that I just put on. I was just going to town. I'm going to take my beauty blender and kind of blend this out a little bit, because it looks a little harsh on the monitor. Let me see. I can't tell. It'll be okay. So next we're going to go into blush. Let's see, what kind of blush are we going to do today? I'm going to go into the Miliani Luminoso blush. I've always liked this one. It's a drugstore, great find. I've used this. When I don't know what to use, I go back to this Milani blush. So we're going to take a little Morphe blush brush, and we're just going to go into, blend it into the cheeks. If y'all hear stuff in the background, I have one of those little vacuum cleaners that charges itself, and I don't know what it's doing in there. It's like making all this noise. So we're going to go over the nose as well. Give yourself that little sun-kissed look on your nose. I'm just all over the place. That's what I feel like. So I'm going to go back into this, enhance this little highlight shade right here. And I'm going to take my beauty blender and dip into it. And I'm just going to highlight underneath my eyes here, on both sides, just to bring a little bit more highlight to that T-zone area. And just a little bit on the chin. It's saying, please charge, please charge. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but if you do, that's what it is. Let me check this out. This palette, you guys, totally worth it. Total great investment. Like, it's amazing. So we're just going to put a little bit of highlight down the center of the face, right there. I'm going to take a mirror and kind of do an assessment and see what's going on here. Well, what do we need? What do we not need? So I'm going to do my brows off camera, because everybody sees that. Everybody has done that like a million times. I am going to use my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, and I'm going to do them, and I will be right back. Okay, so now that we've got our brows on, we are going to move on to the eyes. So today we're going to be playing with this Natasha Deanna Mini Sunset Palette. These are all the beautiful colors in here, and I don't own any Natasha Deanna, like the big palettes, because I just can't spend that much money on it. Not saying I won't, but I just don't at the moment. So these, I think these are a great investment if you want to try the Natasha Deanna shadows, but you don't want to spend $127 on a palette, because they are expensive. So I picked up this little palette. This one is $25, but these shadows are amazing. So today I'm going to create a look with just this palette and two brushes. So I've always had friends ask, hey, can you teach me how to do a smoky eye? Can you teach me how to do this? But they don't want to spend, you know, 45 minutes getting dressed in the morning. This is the easiest way. I use 2 brushes and my fingertips to apply that eyeshadow, and it works out beautifully every time. So first we're going to go into this little shadow right here, and I need my glasses. I can't read, but I think that says Hala. I'm not really sure, but this little brown shade on the end. So I'm going to use this Sigma E40 brush. I love this blending brush for going in. I'm just going to use this shade as a transition color. So we're just going to go in here and just work it into the crease all the way around. And it's going to be kind of, it's not going to be very precise with the, you know, a big huge wing or anything like that, because I know that can intimidate a lot of people, especially if you're older and you're just kind of getting into the makeup, and you want to spice up your makeup, but you know, you don't want to have to stress about doing a wing, because I've been doing a wing for a really long time and I still stress about it. So, and I'm probably not the only one. So we're just going to blend this into our crease. Hope you guys can see. This whole setup's so new, and like filming, having to hold a mirror is just not my favorite thing to do, but you know what? We're going to work with it. So we're going into the crease, and I'm just going to build that color up. I'm going back in to that transition shade, and I'm just going to build it up all through the crease. Try not to hold the mirror in front of the light. YouTube is hard, people. So we're just blending all through the crease. So now I went on a rant earlier about mature skin and people saying mature. I get it, like there's not really much else you can say but mature skin, but I really think we need to come up with something else. So I'm going to go into this dark brown shade. This is called Dirty Mars right here. And I'm going to take, where did my brush go? Like, do you ever have, they just disappear. Like you just have them and they just disappear. So this is the Morphe M433 right here. We're going to use this brush and go into that dark brown shade and start packing that on the outside. Just right here. I like to pack first, especially with darker colors, and then I'll start to blend it in. So once you've got that color packed on both eyes and kind of blended into the crease, if you find that the outside is not blended as much as you would like, you can go back into that first brush and just kind of go over the edge. You don't even have to put any more product on the brush. You can just go over those edges and it will blend it out. So there you go. There's your 2 brushes right there. So now I'm going to go in with this. I don't ever know which one are they. Is it this shade or is it this shade? Apollo? I don't know. Anyway, we're going into this ready, just beautiful color right here. I'm terrible at describing colors, but I'm going to use my finger. So I'm going to go in, my finger right there, and I'm just going to pack that on the center of the lid here. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I find a lot of times with working with these types of eyeshadows that using your finger is the best tool that you can have. So now we've got that packed on the eye. I'm going to go into the shade here on the end. I don't know if this is Guava, maybe. Right here. I may be totally screwing this up, but we're going to go into this gold shade right here on the end, and I'm going to take a different finger, a cleaner finger, and circle it around in there and get some on my finger. And I'm going to pack this in the inner corner. So you don't have to be a whiz with a makeup brush to do this. Just use your fingers. My neighbors are jamming to Garth Brooks. I can hear it out the window. I used to love me some Garth Brooks when I was in high school. It's one of the best albums ever. And I'm not a big country music fan, but I do like him. Let's see how that looks. What do we think? Going good? All right, so now we're going to go to the bottom lash line. I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going back with that E40 Sigma brush and going back in with this transition color right here on the end. I'm going to take just a little bit here and go underneath the lash line. And I make the makeup face. Like, why do we do that? Like, why does your face automatically go whenever you're trying to do something with makeup? Because it's not just me. It's like everybody does that. What is that programmed in us that makes us do that? It's just so weird. Now I'm going back in with that Morphe M433. I need like 20 of these brushes. This brush is so good. Going back in with that darker shade that's in the middle. And I'm going to start on the outside and work my way in. Just because I want the most pigmentation on the outside corner. And so we're just carrying it onto the lower lash line and blending it out. And what I do, I want to make sure that once I have it on the lower lash line, I'm going to connect it to the top. So there's not a big space between the top lid and the bottom. You want to make sure that you connect it together here. And I like mine really smoky. You don't have to do this much on the bottom lash line. Some people aren't comfortable with it, but I like a really bottom smoky lash line when I do mine. And that's pretty much it for the eyes. I'm going to put on some liner. I'm just going to go in. Let me dig through this makeup bag over here. I'm going to go in with my Kat Von D Trooper, and I'm just going to put a black line right on the edge of my lashes. I'm not going to do a wing or anything like that, and I'm going to line my waterline with black and put on some mascara, and we'll be right back to finish with the lips. Okay, so now we've got our eyeliner and our mascara on, and we're going to finish off the look with some lips. So I'm going to go into the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil in the color Liar right here, and I'm going to line my lips pretty good. And a lot of times if I get a little heavy-handed with the lip liner, I'll just kind of go in and tap it so it's not so strong. Just like that. So now we're going to go into these Bare Mineral lipsticks, people. These Bare Mineral lipsticks. Do not sleep on them. Go and grab them. We're going to go into Swag, and this is the Soft Matte Lipstick. Here. I mean, they're just beautiful. If you're looking for a good nude and you don't want like a nude that washes you out, makes you look dead, because that's what I always had a problem with wearing nudes, is that I just didn't feel like I had enough color on my face. These are great. Now I'm going to go in with the Sugar Gloss by Bare Minerals, just to give it a little more plump, glossy look. And you guys, you know what? I've been holding this highlighter the whole entire time using it, and I haven't even put any on. This, don't sleep on this either. This is the limited edition Marc Jacobs highlighter in, I don't know if it's called Guilty or Omega Glaze. Like, there's two different names on the back. But this highlighter is beautiful. So I'm going to take my Morphe M501 brush, and we're going to highlight the Cupid's bow here and down the nose and the cheeks. Yes, please. And the cheekbone on this side. Just all over. Let's just do it all over. So now we're going to take the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, and we're going to set the face. Okay, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please do not sleep on this Natasha Deanna palette. It's $25. You get 5 great shades. You can make all kind of looks with this, and they're easy to blend out. So if you're worried about not being the best person at putting eyeshadow on, you can use your fingers with this. It's so good. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so glad that you stopped by. Blah, blah, blah. Now I can't think of what to say. Don't you just love that? Outtakes, bloopers. Yes. Take 2. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm glad that you stopped by and started to check out maybe some of my videos. If you like what you see, please subscribe down below and hit the notification bell so you will be notified every time I post a video. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!